Hello everyone, my name is Fred Nyamunga of Integrity Business Services, recording this webinar on behalf of eTraining Pty Limited. And the webinar that we're going to look at today is Ensure a Safe Workplace. And in discussing the ensuring a safe workplace, we begin with how to undertake WHS consultation. This is important because at the end of this session, we want you to know how to work with your workers, your representatives, how to set up and maintain a participation arrangement that can help them in understanding what the WHS legislation is. And we also want you to be able to appropriately resolve issues raised through participation and consultation with your workers, with other stakeholders. And thirdly, we want you to be able to promptly provide information about the outcomes of those participation and consultation, or to provide that information to your employees, to other stakeholders, and people that will be of major concern. So let's talk about setting up WHS consultation. What is Consultations Act? So what it is in the WHS Act, there is a rule that you have to consult with your workers, health and safety representatives, and health and safety committees. Most organizations, they have committees that deal specifically with health and safety issues, and these committees will meet probably once a week or once a month, and depending on the size of the organization and the intensity of the work that is done, and probably the types of hazards that they meet and the risks that are at play, an organization might say, well, we want our committees to meet once a week or meet once a fortnight to gather information and consult on how things are going and how the workers are following the procedures, are they following the instructions in order to avoid all these hazards taking place. And so part of that consultation is how to resolve issues. Regular consultation ensures that things that are happening on the shop floor are brought in to the awareness of management and to those that are able to work out plans to solve these issues. So a regular consultation ensuring decision making is made as collaboratively as possible, because the people that are involved in your day-to-day work probably have answers and understand the work much better, understand the hazards much better. It could be machinery that's probably making much more noise than before. It could be equipment that is faulty, and the workers know how best they can work with that machinery or when it should be replaced. So having consulting them brought into the around the table for discussions on a regular basis enables the organization to understand what's actually happening on the shop floor. And also, we need to ensure that communication of management decisions that affects WHS procedures and outcomes raised by groups is actually passed on to management, and decisions are made and solutions are brought forward. Because otherwise, what will happen is these committees will sit, they'll receive reports, and workers will want answers and solutions. And if they are not attended to, workers might feel well that their concerns are being neglected. Hence, the issue of resolving issues is paramount to any organization that is serious about having work health and safety in their workplace. So how do you provide this information? There are various strategies of the information that is gathered or how it is provided. You could go through first things, WHS meetings. Those meetings, like we mentioned earlier, could be once a month or once a fortnight. And in these meetings, what is discussed are reports, WHS reports, feedback from employees regarding WHS. It could be construction sites, people constructing houses during rainy season. It could be about some of the windy weather that's being experienced out there. So these safety meetings will bring those issues, those concerns that workers will have. And the information that is gathered will be put on notice boards, will probably beware of windy weather, beware of what's happening, and also work as reminders about workers of them having to follow the safety procedures each time before they commence work. And organizations have got bulletins, safety notices. In our modern day, companies are using their websites to disseminate information. They're using their company Facebook, they're using Instagram and Twitter and text in order to alert their workers and inform them about what's been discussed all the new information that they might need to know. And as we conclude this about regarding consultation and resolution of issues that are brought to management, we just want you to, do your self-paced activities. These self-paced activities also embed what we've been talking about, and your student workbook will give you much more insight into how companies organize and consult and resolve. And as you go to our section 3 of the workbook, you will find much more detailed information on the subject we've been talking about. Hey, I'm glad you're here, and I hope you enjoyed this webinar. So we encourage you to write to us, communicate, let us know how you're going out there, and hopefully we can be of much more assistance to you. Thank you very much.